evening, witches, warlocks, sorcerers, enchanters, and all those who walk the left-hand path. And welcome to yet another spine-tingling graveyard gathering. Chapter of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. My name is Philip. I am the Dread Master, and I am joined by four wonderful players. Say good evening, players.
Good evening, players.
As you can see, I am back in my usual setup. Although I will just mention, I'm probably going to be in another setup like the one you saw for briefly last week, and then also on Monday. A fair bit more in the coming months. Just going to be having to be home for a while, which is how it goes. But I'm here now, and as such, I'm going to be lighting up a candle. I thought this was a very appropriate cantrip candle to light tonight. Prince of Death. But also, look, the name of the Prince of Death is Florence, so there you go.
Oh.
So it's like a reference to a person who died horribly in one of our games. Sorry, Florence. But you're Flick now, right?
Yeah.
You just threw that up as Florence because of the... There we go. So I'm going to light this friend and enjoy the notes of cardamom, violet, and saffron. And you know, like I always say, I'm just mad about violet. How are you all doing tonight?
Ready to be horrified.
Oh.
By your
Expecting
actions.
the worst as always.
By my actions. Well, there you go. Well, that's
Horrified.
It's a good perspective to have. I'm going to give a little recap of what happened in our last game, because two present here were not present for that, although, spoiler alert, the general answer is not much. I'll even go back one more, I think, because Fable, you were not there. Flick was not present for that one. So basically, the group went to the studio. Johnny Voltage played some songs. A work of dread, a song of dread. It had massive transformative aspects. Zeke was spared by being sent to a bathroom yet again, so it seems like the solution to not being affected by Songs of Dread is to hide in a bathroom. Johnny was deeply affected and finally consummated things directly with his guitar, the details of which we left to the imagination. Minnie and Shelley, however, have fallen deeply and recklessly in love, to the point that they will make bad decisions and cause trouble. The Stone Man was so happy to hear his song performed in such excellent means. Oh, and I guess I should mention, I think maybe part of the catalyst besides just magic that made them so intense was Shelley saving Minnie from having to sit on the Stone Man's lap and presumably get crushed, if he moved wrong or something. So
sad I missed your characters falling in love.
It was a lot.
It was beautiful.
They hooked up, and the Stone Man was very upset because he was both so happy that his songs were this strong and that the new recording was as good as the old, and yet he regretted that he could not experience this love. Rawlings, having made a deal kind of to work slightly for Dracula, said, well, the man I represent could probably help you. And the Stone Man said, calling back to something you all witnessed, someone else told me that and it didn't work out. So if this doesn't work out, I'm going to go on a rampage, and if you see me coming, you should run, because otherwise you're going to get stomped, because he'll be on a rampage. Shelley, however, kind of was like, well, we're rooting for you. So that was sweet of Shelley to say to this bona fide, evil, irredeemable stone monster man. The Stone Man then invited Shelley and Minnie. We said Johnny Voltage just collapsed after recording. He's halfway through the album. After recording the songs, he collapsed. Curled up with his guitar. He was maybe the little spoon, I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Shelley and Minnie declined the Stone Man's offer to come to the meeting with Dracula. And in Darkmoor College, in Holdfast Hall, Rawlings gave his report to Dracula. Dracula invited him and Zeke to join him for this meeting, and they also declined. This is because it was chapter 163, and the players understand a scenario that sounds like they will die. And given that there was no compelling reason, Rawlings would also know that himself, and Shelley and Minnie were like, that doesn't really sound like a thing we do. We'd rather, the only place we want to go is into each each other. So they remained where they were. And then we cut to the graveyard, where we saw a lone bat flap its wings and resolve into the Prince of Darkness, Dracula, within the Lover's Lich Yard. He sensed something was nearby. He felt a presence, a creature of the night. Not a heartbeat, but someone he couldn't exactly place. And that is when the mists covered everything, in the form of the borrowed laptop I was using, dying in my arms. It kind of was, if you're gonna have your laptop die, it's a better point than any could have been.
It was perfect timing.
Yes. So, with that, I also have told our players that I really don't know what we're doing tonight, and we're gonna let the dice make some decisions. So with that in mind, I will now read the invocation for chapter 164 of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. This one, I probably could have even done last week because of what was going on, and the one I chose last week was one side of the energy tonight, but this is another side, so get ready. How do you abuse me? Let me count the ways. How many hours and how many days? How does it amuse you? Let me count the pain. How many rules breaking how many games? You got your ass out of gear and your soul out of whack? Go on and take all your stuff, don't even bother to pack. In every other way, I want you out of my life, but I'll kill you if you don't come back. Zane, could you roll a d13 for me?
Yes. Yes, Daddy. 12.
12?
Yes.
That's so close to being the thing that
Very
would have
close.
been amazing. Oh, I guess I should mention, where are you, you bastard? I didn't have it last week. The dread clock remains at the stroke of 10. Evens means we go to the characters. So, Johnny, you awaken. Shelly and Minnie, you also can come out of whatever fervor you're in. You find yourselves in the recording studio, alone. Denim jacket has left. However, there is someone knocking at the front door.
Should we get that?
No. You don't just, answer a door when somebody knocks on it.
That's literally exactly what you're supposed to do.
Not in these circumstances, though, Johnny. Do you
What
guys have no
circumstances would
sense
those
of
be?
self-preservation? What?
What circumstances would those be?
Just random people. I don't know. Also, my dress is all the way up. Why did you, Shelly? My dress is up my underwear. Oh my god.
I am so sorry.
No, it's okay. It was fun. Whatever.
I'm glad you two finally worked out whatever was going on between you.
I am too.
The knocking continues, Flick. Flick's voice can perhaps even be heard calling hello from the doors.
Hey, y'all in there? Y'all okay?
See,
What's going on?
perfectly normal person.
Okay, are we sure it's her?
There's one way to find out, and I walk
Okay,
over the
well-
door.
You do that, and she'll pull Shelly, preventing
So
her
as
from
Minnie and
opening.
Shelly, I also like that this conversation was technically happening with you two in the booth, and Johnny you were talking to Johnny over the
Pressing
intercom,
the
basically.
Yeah.
But Johnny, if you step out into the hallway and look, you do see Flick at the doors of the glass sort of lobby of this recording studio.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah, I didn't find much in the lead where I went. What happened down here?
Well, Shelly
Nothing.
and Minnie finally went all the way.
Oh,
Okay, well,
Oh.
we didn't fuck a musical instrument, so
We'll get to that later.
yeah,
Anyways,
sure.
so where did the stone man go?
To a graveyard, to go meet with, wait, did we know who he was meeting with Dracula?
I'm gonna look back and see. I think you didn't know that it was Dracula. You knew that it was a meeting with someone that weird old man Rawlings knew, but you did not know that it was Dracula specifically.
He was gonna go have a meeting that guy Rawlings was trying to set up. He sounded like he was really hoping it would go well, and if not, it was gonna go really badly.
All right. That's
Yeah, also, if
ominous.
we see the stone man again, we should run. Otherwise, he'll crush us. So,
What do you mean? He's fine. Just like a normal producer guy.
okay. But he's not normal. He's like literally made out of stone.
Okay.
I was gonna
but, like,
ask.
He is.
we also just saw a man that was implanting his fish eggs in people's brains. So, like,
That's true.
on the scale of like normal to abnormal, is he really that far toward the other end?
Okay, all I have to say is that somebody who seemed to be incredibly heavy, like several tons at least, told me to run if he's running toward us, and that's what I'm going to do because I don't want to get squished.
All right. Well, honestly, that's kind of fair.
Okay, yeah, so you can stay and you can get flattened if you want.
How much is he paying you, by the way?
That's none of your business.
Well, I am your manager, and this is my business.
Right. You were my manager, but like not really, right? Like,
Well, the stone man seems to think I am your manager, so I need to know how much you've been paid.
all right, well, we'll talk about some other time.
And whatever you're getting paid, she is getting 20%.
Thank you, Minnie.
You're welcome.
So, Flick, what happened? Tell us, what's going on?
Oh, in my neck of the woods, I was looking for some leads down in the library. And do you want me to roll? Do you want me to?
Let's have you do
How do you?
let's have you do a sorry, I don't have your Flick character pulled up. Let's go ahead and do an analysis roll from your time in the library.
Okay.
So you have adept on this, so you get one free reroll.
I'm gonna re-roll that because that was a 4.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
A 15.
A 15. Well, that's good because you also have, since you have effective, that also sort of just means you're not going to draw any wrong conclusions from what you found. And now is the part of the game where Philip has to just scroll back real quick to try and remind himself of what specifically Flick might have been looking into. You were researching the fish people. So you, with a 15, I will say you found 2 books of note. And you believe there is a connection, but you're not completely sure. One is a fairy tale. A collection of sort of fairy tales or folk tales about a place called the Marshes of the Grave. It seems to be sort of like a fictional world, a different place. You also found a much more recent sort of like, kind of the equivalent of like a local like interest pamphlet, not really even like a book. Like it was, have you ever been to a library where things are, it's like that self-published where it's got like a hard plastic back and then a clear translucent sheet in the front, and there's kind of just like a clamp slid along. Did you ever make those at school? This like long plastic clamp thing on the side to bind it together. It's a pamphlet like that, so something that was very small done, but it's describing the paradise. It's describing the paradise marshes, and you find the iconography from both very, very similar.
Okay. I'll turn to them and say, I found some weird fairy tale about Marshes of the Grave. Something about paradise? Does that mean anything to you guys?
Wait, aren't we in
Yes.
paradise?
So you all are aware of the paradise marshes. That's like an area of town.
Right.
What I keep calling you Florence. What Flick said. What is Flick? But Flick isn't short for Florence because Florence is your
Felicity.
Is your other one, right?
Felicity.
Oh, okay.
You named me Florence. I didn't even name you Florence.
Oh, I named you Florence then. Yeah, I knew. I just I just keep calling you the wrong name because all I do is read. I don't know anyone's character. I never remember anything. What Flick knew is that there is a strange similarity to this purportedly fictional book of like folk tales from some far off region or made up stuff, and fun occurrences in this pamphlet about the Paradise Marshes, which is a place you all actually know. So you feel there is some odd connection between the Paradise Marshes and this place called the Marshes of the Grave, or the Grave Marshes. It is referred to.
They look similar, like on the map, almost like maybe they're the same, or it seemed like it was very similar to the marshes here.
Maybe
Okay.
like underground or something?
Can marshes be multi-level, like a subterranean marsh?
What does Shelley know about geographical features?
Geographical features. Geographical features, that would be do you have any knowledge spheres in science, Shelley?
It's just average.
Your average in science. Okay, cool. Then go ahead and do an analysis of your own. I swear I think analysis is the most rolled thing in this game.
Well,
You know, it's a
Reasonable.
thinker's game. This is clearly a program for thinking people.
It's a 9, but it's impressive. That doesn't count. That doesn't.
In this
mean it.
case, the impressive will not factor in. But you are nothing about kind of what you know of geological things is kind of leading into. You're not. It's not immediately sparking you of like, oh, it must be underground. It must be under the Paradise Marshes. That's not kind of occurring to you or anything.
I don't know. I can't really remember Marsh class.
I must have skipped that class too.
Yeah, 23. DM, was I anywhere near the Paradise Marshes when the first session that Johnny appeared in happened?
I believe that was
And-
fairly close to the Paradise Marshes. I
Because
believe. Yeah.
they were talking about the undead in the Paradise Marshes or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So. I
No, that's
will-
That's Sleepy Lake, which is
Okay.
near the Paradise Marshes, but not technically part of them.
And what did the fairy tale say that I was reading?
From the analysis you provided, I mean, it's what lines up with it is they say in the marshes of the grave there live all manner of strange, sub-aquatic, these deep diving creatures. You probably read about. There were these inhabited towns on stilts where the air breathers were stalked by fish heads and gator faces and even worse creatures below. I'll say with a 15, there is a name that you don't know how to pronounce. I will put it into this chat. Some of our other players will be very familiar with this, but that is a name that it said many of them pray to and worship.
okay, that's so interesting. But did you find out, like, are they allergic to sunlight? Like, how do you... Is there an
Kill them.
easy way to, like, kill them? Yeah.
Did I?
You don't. I mean, you can kill them by killing them.
Yeah.
By violence, but you don't know of any. You assume some of them might dry out like in a desert. I think that's just with your own, stuff. You could assume that, but there's no kind of like silver bullet equivalent for these.
Would
creatures.
normal bullets work? Like, could we
Yeah.
find guns? This is like the equivalent of an American town, right? There's got to be a fucking gun store.
Oh, there's
somewhere.
many gun stores. Don't you
Yeah,
worry.
okay.
There is,
Um,
next to Morgan Mason's... Mason...
Easy for you to say.
Whatever that was.
Memorial Masonry, Morgan Mason's Memorial Masonry.
Morgan Mason's masonry.
So, as this is going on, as you were discussing these creatures, elsewhere in a graveyard, there's going to be a brief interlude. We're just going to witness Dracula. This is kind of how I might be doing this. I might speak with you and then see something else. Dracula, we won't even go into the full scene, but Dracula has discovered who that creature of the night he witnessed was. It is Johannes Gerstenkorn. Johannes Gerstenkorn has been sort of stretched and bent. His vines and plant-like appendages wrapped around a sharply spired stone, stone edifice on a monastery. He's basically like tied there, and Dracula can tell that some powerful magic has been used that is preventing this dreadlord from escaping. In other words, the Stone Man was unhappy with whatever Johannes Gerstenkorn attempted to give him when they walked away after the thing at the coffee house. Dracula considers letting him down. Johannes Gerstenkorn pleads to him, vampire to vampire, give me a help here, but Dracula, not wanting to offend his incoming host, does not. The ground begins to rumble, and the Stone Man appears, gesturing to Johannes Gerstenkorn and saying he's the last man who tried to help him feel something again, and it didn't work. The Stone Man probably ends this little interlude by remarking that Dracula really looks like Dracula from the movies. And that is where we will cut back to you guys.
So you had sex with your guitar? Johnny, what even?
Don't look at me like that. You also had sex with my guitar.
Not willingly!
Well, what do you think happened with me?
How? Huh? With what? Where?
Elvira will you can feel Elvira being like, what are you implying, Johnny?
No. I didn't.
Did I just leave and you all had an orgy?
No.
I mean, that's like a word you could use for it, but I wouldn't use that in this sense.
No, we were all like in our own corners. Ew. I wouldn't let anybody else touch me aside from Shelly.
Okay, listen, I didn't know if you guys were gonna have a key party, you could just say that. I didn't have to go.
I am not my parents. I do not have key parties.
Your parents do that too?
Oh my god. I have seen your parents over at my house.
Are your parents artists too?
Oh, no, sweetie. No, they're not. And she'll pat Shelly on the head.
Okay.
Well-
Shelly, roll an endurance.
9.
Yeah, you're that turned you on so much. You have a head petting fetish.
God.
Yeah, that tracks.
This, I have a new dice that I was using, a D20, and I keep rolling 9s. I feel like it's weighted poorly. Okay, I'm never using that one again. Unless I really need a 9.
I need a 9 and nothing else, baby.
Yeah, I need a 9, that's it!
So is it like, what time of day is it? Is it like...
It is dark. It is after dark. You spent all day in the library. You came over here to find them in what does seem kind of like some sort of post-coital sort of, you know.
Okay, so like, should we just hole up here and stay the night until it gets bright outside?
If we're gonna hole up anywhere, we need to get some supplies because I do not want to be stuck with weird fish man and nothing to like fight him with.
Oh, Johnny, can't you just hit it with your guitar or something?
I'm not hitting it with my guitar, and the guitar is precious to me, obviously, as you have implied.
Okay, fair enough.
Elvira will
Gonna
probably
yuck anyone's yum.
Elvira will somehow reference you won't hit anyone with your guitar. You're just hitting your guitar.
We're all so horny. It's ridiculous. Can we focus?
I am focused. I'm like trying to survive here.
I walked in and your dress was halfway up your ass.
Okay, well, you interrupted. So
I'm just gonna throw in for a visual thing, Minnie saying, I'm just trying to survive here, and it's like camera like pans over and her fingers are in Shelly's mouth.
My God.
Like,
anyway,
guys, I'm just trying to...
Oh my God. can I like roll an investigation to see like if there's like flashlights or like?
Oh, sure, yeah, to try to find just stuff around here. I think actually that would be, I think that's even just like a sight, honestly. That's just
Sight. Do I have eyes? I do. I have average eyes.
You have average eyes.
That's better than me in real life.
Eyes. What do you see with your average eyes?
An average roll of 12.
12, well, 12 is better than average.
12 is better than average.
Yeah, you're able to find a couple of, kind of certainly some flashlights. This is an era where people didn't have phones, so flashlights are sort of more logically placed.
Is there anything else that like matches or? Ooh, I feel like everyone smokes because like Flick smokes.
Plenty of lighters, certainly some candles. As far as food and stuff goes, you don't see too much of that here.
Are there any studio instruments like guitars or anything like that?
There's plenty of instruments around.
Is there like a? No, Minnie wouldn't know that.
No, ask it.
Well, is there like a symbol with the like no, that's a marching band thing. The symbol with the leather to
that's more
hold it.
Band thing.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what. Just roll one of these.
No, I don't want to. No.
No, you asked.
No, thank you.
Now you've introduced the question of if that's there, so you must roll anything. If there's on a 12, there will be one there for when they were recording a Tusk-style marching band.
Well,
here.
it's an 11. So
an 11, really?
Yeah.
There's not one of those, but there is a very nasty-looking symbol, like off of a, like maybe it was on a hi-hat. The point is, there's a symbol. It's not on like a leather thing like that, but it is on a sort of very short, like rod.
Okay. Minnie will go to it and be like, these can be like shields. I don't know against what, but Shelly, can you figure this out? And she'll just shove it at Shelly.
Shelly will tinker with the shields, trying to find the best way.
Okay, yeah, do an analysis on that, Shelly.
Use my...
Also, like, what happens in this town at night? Do, like, the grown-ups just, like, go to bed? Like, is there nobody on
They have key parties.
No, there's the nights here. 8. Shelly, you basically just removed the rod, and now it's just a... you unscrew one of the washers, and it just... And it, you know what? It's as loud as a cymbal. A cymbal crash.
Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
In answer to your question, Flick, there's an active nightlife, especially on Main Street. But there's also active nightlife kind of elsewhere in the shadows,
At Minnie's parents' house.
Sure.
Do you think we could, like, ask people around, like... I want to find out if anyone else has seen these fish people, or anyone else has, like, heard of any weird disturbances, because, like, it can't just be us, right? Like, there has to be other people.
What are the chances that, like, Johnny knows a guy that works at a gun shop that will overlook the fact that he's a minor?
Luck. D13.
Damn you.
Oh. Well, it's a 13.
Cool. Do me a favor, everybody. Oh my god, please have a Dreadstorm tonight, guys. That would be really helpful for some stuff that's going on.
I don't want to.
Johnny, roll the D13 again, because a horror surge would be a great way to kill you guys quick, and then we can just focus.
That'd be wild.
8.
8.
Well, did it at least count as a good luck roll?
Well, 13s tend to be they're the best for me. They're the most interesting for me.
Oh.
So, because of that, you absolutely know someone in town who has a gun store who you think would let you in. Oh, I know who you know. All right. John.
Oh.
Wait, what are you thinking? Maybe that's better than what I thought.
No, I think he
Don't
died.
give him ideas.
He would be dead. Yeah, if it's anyone, they're dead. Johnny, there is an individual who has a gun store, who is a rather upsetting kind of gentleman. He's kind of old and weird and a little you never feel safe around him, but you also know that he has never refused to sell anyone a gun for any reason. One of the things that he has said is I hate commies more than anything, but they deserve guns too. His name.
Bless you. Oh my god. Did your guitar get like dust on you or something?
Oh my god, get over it. All right, so I think I know a guy.
I'll tell you his name because it's upsetting. His name is Radford Crutch.
There's this guy on the edge of town, owns a gun store named Radford Crutch. You ever heard of him?
I don't hang out with the same kind of people.
Anybody here who has a knowledge in culture would certainly know him if you have any knowledge points in culture.
It's me.
Okay.
Have I had any run-ins with him?
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have a 1 under culture.
You know who Radford Crutch is. Well, all of you except Minnie have a 1 in culture, so there you go. Although Minnie, since you have a 1 in gossip, roll a d13.
Oh god damn it.
And Flick, I'm gonna roll a d13 on your behalf to see if you know him. To see if
A 2.
A 2. You don't. Okay.
Well, I have a 1 in culture too, yeah. Oh, just if I've had run-ins.
I rolled a 12, so you definitely know who he is. And if you'd like to have had run-ins with him, you have, but you're very familiar with him, even if you maybe have spoken with him or asked him questions. He definitely, you find him to be a weirdo. But you also, with your 12 and just this sort of, you definitely know that Johnny is right. If you guys want guns, you should go to Radford Crutch. Just be prepared for some weird energy.
I think we just need to make sure that we're really safe about this. Like, never point the barrel at anybody else. You know, every gun is loaded. Has anyone taken any safety classes or anything?
No.
My dad used to take me shooting, like, so I know the basics. You don't want to, keep it locked, all that kind of stuff.
Wait, weren't they compulsory in the time that this took place? In
some
public
places
schools?
They would have been, but I don't know about it. Because Paradise is a wonderful town and nothing bad ever happened.
That's true. No.
My dad was the cop.
But if you'd like to roll a D13, you could.
I would not like to, thank you.
Sure?
Yep.
Okay. So as you guys debate, do you think you're going to go see Mr. Radford Crutch?
I mean, he'd be a good guy to question. He's probably seen some weird people come in and out of here, especially if fish people have been attacking. Maybe people have talked about it, so I'm open to it.
He might be weirder than the fish guy, but I guess if we need them, it's the best place to go.
Yeah.
Great.
But we should have a weapon each. So I'm good at hitting things, kind of. Still have to keep my feminine figure without getting too muscular. But I do have a good backhand. So I would need something to hit with, potentially.
Maybe he's got something. I'm sure he sells more than just gun.
Okay, no, but traveling from here to there. Don't want to be vulnerable.
Is it the daytime right now, or?
No, it's night.
It's night.
Oh, shit. Okay.
There's a meeting in a graveyard you're not at, so.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is a good point.
You could staple them to death, Flick says as she grabs a stapler off of a desk.
What about the cymbal stand?
We're not dealing with any of the fucking. You can't just take the instruments and ruin them like that.
Wait a minute. Didn't we go there? Didn't we take things from Madame Ether's to the diner that we probably would have taken? I mean, I wouldn't have left something at the diner. Oh, but maybe we
I
wouldn't
don't-
have taken them in the
I don't
car.
think you took any of her enchanted items out.
Oh, I thought I took something that.
You took a riding crop. You can have a riding crop.
Oh, okay.
You
We
did.
had the journals. I took the journals.
Yeah. You didn't take, like, any chains.
Okay.
You
Also,
have a
am I
riding crop.
able to read things from the journals?
The journals
took-
are just in English. I think as you had gone through them, it seemed to be a. I remember this. It was kind of like it was because it gave you a weird feeling where it was a lot of names. Some
From
of them
old
you felt you
stories.
knew, even though you've never seen, and are like, it's kind of like local lore, local legends around town that you've never seen them, but you know of what they've done. But they were. It wound up. Ultimately, they were not super useful to sort of figuring out. It's kind of just if you ever wanted to do an expose on who this missing dominatrix used to surface, used to punish, used to whatever word you'd like to use, hold dominion
entertain.
over. Yeah, you could do so. So,
Grab a mic stand?
if Johnny will let you, but he seems very protective of the recording equipment.
Come on, have some respect for the equipment, right?
There you go.
Okay, have some respect for our lives, maybe?
Come on, Johnny. It's not your guitar. We'll bring it back if we
All right,
live.
all right, fine, fuck it. I'd rather
Also
I'd rather
yours.
be alive.
Have some self-respect and protect yourself, okay? And she'll hand him, like, the nearest thing, whatever it is.
That you've just stolen. Okay,
So,
yeah.
so you guys arm yourselves with items from.
Minnie's trying her best to be nice, okay?
We're going to go back to the graveyard as you guys make your way across town to see Mr. Radford Crutch. And in the graveyard, as we sort of cut to this vignette, as things are growing a little more intense, we should maybe play a more intense song than the one that's playing. Hold on. Is that intense enough? Yeah, that's a little more tension. Okay, cool. The Stone Man is speaking to Dracula. Dracula can be heard telling him, "My friend, you have an enemy, one who keeps you from experiencing the pleasure you so desperately crave. She has a name here. She's called Maisie. Is this a name you know?" Jeremy, could you roll a d13 on behalf of the Stone Man? Did you roll a 13?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, could you roll one
No!
again? Please? Roll the
No.
d13 again.
Jeremy, no!
That's so cool that you did that.
Stop it.
And that's how this was the shortest game
A
of Blood
12.
from Stone ever.
A 12. Oh, it's a... Oh, Lauren, you rolled one last week. I didn't have it on the map. That's a That's... Jeremy just hit us the
What?
13. That's 13. A Dreadstorm. A Dreadstorm. A Dreadstorm.
Excellent.
But
Excellent.
you know what? It's happening in the
Graveyard.
cemetery, not with us.
In the cemetery.
Happens everywhere.
True.
Shut up, Zane.
Then this... Oh, okay. Then as he says Maisie, oh, no. Okay, guys. Here we go.
R.I.P. everyone.
It's nice
Dracula
knowing
says
you.
Maisie, and the Stone Man knows that name. And the Stone Man experiences a pretty intense... He seems very kind of taken on his, intractable, irascible stone face. The Stone Man goes, "Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, no. Not her, man. Oh, God." And as thunder begins to rumble, and as the mists begin to spread out, a small figure is seen walking out of the mists into the graveyard. And as a storm begins to pound down, pelting the stone body of the dreadlord of this place, as Dracula looks upon Maisie once again. Johnny, Shelley, Minnie, and Flick, the four of you are making your way across town, and it starts to rain. Jeremy, I need you to roll another d13. This is going to determine the quality of the rain.
Why him?
Can't somebody else do?
Well, he has to do it because he's the one who rolled it.
And he keeps rolling 13, so it's better that he does more.
A 1.
A 1.
Well, that's not good for us.
I know.
Okay.
You can accept that with extremities. Jesus.
Didn't look like it was going to rain a second ago. And now
Yeah,
it's
it's not a
pouring.
good sign.
As you
Oh,
guys
that's
are
good.
walking through the rain. My good news to you is that the rain does not smell like coconut blue.
That's
Good.
good. That's wonderful.
Bad news
It's also not moaning.
is that the rain smells briny, salty,
Oh no.
a little fishy. Who here has any dice and or is impressive in the sense talent of hearing? Is anyone impressive or has dice in hearing?
Effective.
You have effective hearing.
Adept.
Adept hearing. Wow, okay. So Shelly and Johnny, the two of you, hear amidst the pitter-patter of the rain an occasional
I feel like... And is that a sound that we recognize?
Ooh, make an analysis roll.
This is a 7.
Minnie's clutching onto Shelly. What?
It just doesn't... Something sounds weird. I don't know what it is.
I don't hear anything, but the rain smells so gross.
Yeah.
Shelly smells her fingers.
Oh my god! Don't do that.
Sorry, I'm sorry. You're right, it is the rain.
Oh my god, it's not me. Did you me?
No, I thought it was me.
No, it doesn't smell like that, I promise.
It is the rain, though.
Yeah.
I don't think this is good.
Shelly and Johnny, you guys are hearing that sort of odd sound. There's this kind of there's like a slapping sound kind of on the pavement.
We need to go right now.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I agree.
You guys want to move?
We're running.
Everyone give me a movement roll under your physical talent.
Ooh, I'm ace.
You are ace, so you cannot roll, 6 is your floor, basically. You
I'm
can
gonna
roll
re-roll.
1 through 5 and 1 roll for only 1.
Can I do a creative problem solving after moving to see if there's any cars that have the keys in them?
Ooh, that's an
unlocked.
interesting one. We can do that in 1 moment, so as you guys are running. Actually, you would probably do that kind of in addition to running. How'd you do
Yeah.
it? You're running.
I did 3 at running.
Okay, so yes, so basically you're getting maybe left behind here. So Johnny,
18.
18. Johnny is taken off. You have Elvira to think about. Shelly,
13.
13, and we're on. Could you
And that was a
please-
re-roll, too.
That was a reroll. Could you please roll another what a fun
2.
fun scenario.
2.
2.
It's 1 to re-roll, right?
Yes, unless it's a natural 1, and then it is
Okay.
No!
13.
This game is cursed!
And I have to use it.
Yep.
This is the most cursed.
Love it, love it, love it. I like it, I love it. I want some more of it. Okay, so go ahead and roll your D13 again. Let's see if we have any other amazing factors.
A 1.
Okay, so no horror surges amidst this, because that would be bad for you guys. All right, so with 13s and 18s, Johnny, you are running fast to protect Elvira. You're only thinking of her and her just sweet, tight, input ports.
Boards.
Shelly and Minnie, you two are running. Actually, because you rolled the same number, You are holding hands and running together, and it's both heartwarming and sexy, just like this game. Flick, with a 3, you probably trip in the rain and are not caught up with them. However, I will roll on your behalf if you'd like to. There's kind of creative problem solving. That's a luck. To see if there is a car, there's a car that is open that has like keys in it. That's a total luck roll. That's a classic luck roll. So if you'd like me, I will roll a luck roll for you. Here we go. You don't need a 12, but like, you know, kind of you need a 10 at least to get into a car, 11 or 12 to maybe find keys, maybe a 10.
I can't do dependable creativity for it.
Well, no, because your creativity would allow you, but your creativity cannot conjure you.
Oh, right, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
This is I'm using the luck very much from like the Call of Cthulhu system, where like luck is like, do I find a cab on this totally empty street? It's that sort of vibe. Unfortunately,
Gotcha.
I have rolled a 5, which means that as you climb up onto your feet and get over to a car, the water now kind of, you know, like in the rain, you kind of get to a car and pull on the handle, and it is not budging. And that is when even you, with your sort of average hearing, there's a sort of a strange slap sound on the ground behind you. And as you turn around, you see sort of leaping up to you, slapping at you, is a severed fish fin.
Oh.
And it is cutting at you. Flick, if you would please give me a dodge roll under your combat talents.
17.
17, that's pretty good. I'm going to be rolling the big guns here that Jed gave me a massive metal D20, so I've been rolling that of late. Guys, I'm so sorry. It's a 20.
Okay.
So, this fish fin just slaps against you with absolutely brutal. This die has been too good. I probably shouldn't use it in that Wednesday game with their level 1 characters. You guys are all here to die, so I'm fine with it. You are going to need to... I rolled max on that. You are going to need to expend 4 of your precious power to avoid death. Kind of to back up. It's like it slashes against you, but you manage to just roll so that it's not hitting a thing. And it's, you know how like fish fins can have a very sort of sharp, I don't know if anyone's ever like, you know, cleaned a fish. And this seems to be the flipper off of a very large fish.
Okay.
At this point, however, Johnny, Shelly, and Minnie, the 3 of you hear kind of like a cry and some stuff, but behind you, and at this point you even notice that some fish fins are falling onto the ground, kind of just around. This rain is bringing severed, still animate pieces of fish creatures. Johnny, Shelly, and Minnie, the 3 of you all hear this call. Johnny, you're further ahead. Shelly and Minnie are holding hands. Maybe trading your hands back and forth to sniff them. The point is, you look back and you see that Flick is like up against a car, kind of like restlessly dodging against this horrible thing that is just attacking. What do you all do?
We don't know how to fight it. We need guns.
How close to the store are we?
You're far from the store. You're like, you know, you're minutes from the store.
Yeah, well, we don't have guns. I'm gonna run back.
You're running back for Flick.
Is there like a shop that we could go? Like, I feel like if this is a main street.
There definitely are some shops you could try to get into, but Flick, you are like you can't. Right now you are dodging for your life, and it's costing you like energy and stuff, and you're getting, this thing is on you. It is just slashing you up. The others are running back to potentially try to rescue you. Johnny is, at least. Shelly and Minnie.
I will not.
Shelly wants to look around to see if there's some shelter, like somewhere to get out of this.
D13.
On the ground. An 8.
8. This is fitting for Shelly and Minnie. Shelly and Minnie, there is actually a mattress store. And as you look in it, you don't even really care about escaping. You just want to go in there and touch each other some more.
Sure.
If either of you would not do that, you may make a self-control roll, but otherwise you guys are just going to go into the mattress store.
I mean, but is the mattress store feeling safe?
It doesn't matter. You don't care about being safe right now. All you care about is being Minnie. You care about feeling Minnie.
I mean,
if you want to not do that, you may do a self-control to try to get this, but you guys are recklessly in love, and this is the kind of stuff that happens when you've been tainted by the songs of dread.
Okay, we'll do the mattress store.
Shelly, you can resist if you'd like.
I feel like Shelly wants to survive so she can have her entire life with Minnie and wants to see if this is the best option.
Shelly, go ahead and do a self-control roll. You are impressive at this.
It is a 16.
Okay. Shall we leave it there?
What does impressive mean on this one?
Impressive means, honestly, impressive in
it.
this case means you can act impressive. Because you're impressive, you actually can momentarily suppress your anger love, especially if it's in the service of future love. You have that ability. So the question is, are you happy with a 16, or do you
That's
want
fine.
to leave it at a 16? Okay. Minnie wants nothing. Minnie is like trying to pull you into the mattress store, and though you want to go in, you do wonder if there might be a more secure spot, further down the road.
I don't think this one's safe. I think we need to go if we want to be together.
Do you really want to be with me? Because I actually do want to be with you, and I didn't want to say it in front of everybody else, but I really do. So are you for real?
Yes, I am. I don't lie.
Okay.
We can't go to the mattress store. Later. Maybe for our 1-year anniversary we'll go there, but now we need to survive.
Oh my god, totally.
All right. So you guys keep running, looking for a place to hide. Johnny, you catch up with Flick. Johnny Voltage. Did you take a mic stand, or is all you have Elvira?
I have the mic stand.
Okay. If you would like to try to fight this thing off, you can do a weapons combat roll.
Okay. I'm gonna come up behind it and just jam the mic stand into its
Just
back.
try to stab onto it. Go for it. It's gonna roll its own attack against you. Kind of. Well, actually, no. It won't. Well, how we do?
Natural 20.
So
Oh,
rare.
this time I got a 1. There we go. Yes, you spear it in 1.
I what?
You
Oh,
spear
spear.
it with the
Yeah.
mic stand. Straight through it. Pick it up. It's flopping for a moment and then it goes still. You got it in 1. Just straight through.
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, this is getting really fucking old.
Yep.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
it is.
What did you do with Elvira while you did that?
Is she strapped to my back?
Okay. Make a luck roll, Johnny Voltage.
Nine.
Okay. Johnny Voltage, Elvira, you can hear Elvira sort of squealing in time to turn around as another one of these flapping fins comes for you. Make another weapons combat roll.
13.
Roll your D13, please.
I like how you didn't know at the beginning.
Yeah, I didn't think about
Yeah.
it until I
13.
Yeah.
1. Okay, cool. This, by the way, that is our 5th 13.
Yeah, my third 13
Yeah.
today.
And though some of them have been on D13s where there are slightly higher odds, most of them just been on D20s. Wonderful.
This episode is cursed.
So, with that, Johnny Voltage. You attack that one, fight it off. You and Flick are able to move after Shelly and Minnie, although you may lose them in the rain. Okay. This is it, people. Don't get scared now. Dracula is standing in the graveyard, looking at Maisie as she emerges from the mist. Dracula, ever the gentleman, until he's not, inclines his head. Good evening. Maisie inclines her head. And Dracula says, I was just speaking to one of your thralls here, Maisie. I was hoping to restore to him the pleasure you have denied him. One of your other thralls attempted and was clearly rebuffed, unable to go against your will. But as you are well aware, I am not bound by your will. The stone man's like, oh man, oh no. Dracula says, we battle now, my little doll, on so many planes in so many places. But I am here, a wolf you have let into your home. Do you really think I cannot free him of your curse? Do you really think I cannot break your hold on your own world? I am Dracula. You are nothing. I am eternal. Maisie looks at him and gives him a little gesture like this with her porcelain hands. Go on then. Lauren and Zane.
Yes.
Zane, because of your connection when you were Everett, I'm going to have you roll on behalf of our dear friend Dracula. Lauren, because of your... Well, because you are the one who took Maisie out of her case in another world entirely, you are going to be rolling on her behalf.
Yep.
I need you both to roll a D13.
Six.
8. My boy.
Johnny, Shelley, Minnie, and Flick. If everyone could please, give me another movement roll as you're trying to make your way through the rain.
I'm gonna re-roll.
15.
15.
14.
Okay.
Teen.
Teen?
13.
Oh, fucking!
Nice.
What?
There we go. Oh, say a prayer to the fallen angels. Stem the tide of the rising.
Have we all already
wall.
rolled a 13?
All of us. We've all rolled
Yeah,
13.
we've all
This
rolled
is
13.
insane.
Yes, in fact, Jeremy rolled 2, but then of this 4, we are now at 4, I've gotten 1 from each of you.
I rolled 3.
Yeah, you rolled 3. You rolled 2 on the previous 13, and then of the 4 that are currently on the clock, it's been 1 apiece. I'm gonna roll the D13 to see if we get a horror surge.
I don't want it.
Well,
Is this Minnie?
I do want this.
Oh,
it is sadly for me, not for you, a 3. So it had the 3 in there, but not the 13.
jeez.
That's the bad news for me. The good news for you guys, as the dread clock just keeps marching along, the 4 of you, because you were 15, 15, 14, and 13, there's a 15 on both groups, I am actually going to say that you will kind of wind up, kind of all catching up together, and you are running. And with a range of 15 to 13, though occasionally there is a slap of nonsense here, tell you what, everybody give me a dodge under your combat talents for any other fish-like things that fall from the sky. Just throw out a dodge. I believe that Minnie,
Adept.
you're adept, so you get a 1 free reroll, and
Oh, I
I
am
believe
adept.
the same is for Johnny Voltage, yeah.
I
Minnie-
rolled a 9.
A 9, okay. Johnny
Oh, that was
Voltage,
nice.
yours is from dodging beer bottles thrown at you on stage. Minnie, yours is from dodging tennis balls.
I got a 14.
14.
I'm re-rolling for a 3rd time.
Oh my god. Shelly is just...
I also got a 14.
14. Okay.
Oh, I have to
Wins.
19.
19.
Baby.
Nice.
Worth the points.
Do you have the thing that gives you... Are you the one who has the thing that gives you one back for that? No. Wait, that's Jeremy. Fable, do you want to re-roll that? I know you're a little lower on power because you got hit, but
Oh yeah, did I get one back from that nat 20, right?
you do get one back from that nat 20.
We didn't get any power back from resting, or we didn't rest or anything, did we, before? From last session?
Not from last session.
We were banging.
You were banging. Everybody, however, go ahead and give yourself... no, not quite. Haven't quite been an hour in real time. So yeah, Flick, do you want to re-roll that 9 just to...
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
A 12. With a 12, there are some little... The errant tentacle. There are some kind of aquatic, nasty things falling from the sky. But you all avoid the pain of them. And eventually, Johnny. I'm gonna actually go with something from chat. I'm gonna go with crutches, guns, and such. Basically, Shelley, you didn't see any other more suitable spot, and now you find the sort of main place you were going. So, the 14s get up to the door of crutches, guns, and such. Now, this is not a sort of your typical retail type space. It is kind of like a big wooden shack, kind of on the edge of town, a very dangerous place. There are all sorts of signs about, warning. It's like warning guard dog, and it's a picture of a shotgun. Stuff like that. Like solicitors will be buried in the backyard. That kind of signage. Nevertheless, you
Come
guys
back with a warrant.
Yeah, come back with But
These
as
guns
you
don't run.
Yeah, exactly. As you guys make it to what's the McBain one? Guns don't kill people. I do. As you guys make it to this door. You are suddenly out of the rain. You're under a sort of, large kind of, like the porch covering awning. But that is made of a sort of like tin. So it has that just sound as you're standing under it. And occasionally there will be a thwap as some kind of, fishy thing falls off. Not all the fish stuff that's falling from the sky is animate, by the way. Some of it just seems to be pieces. But in any case, you are now at the door.
Well, that was fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Like
else
y'all made
new?
it.
Well, so
Yeah, thanks for helping.
Okay, what would we have been able to do?
You guys
We're just
took...
girls.
Yeah. Oh, you took mic stands too, and you had a symbol. I don't know why you didn't have that over your head while we were running. Fuck.
I can't lose her. Okay?
Yeah. And stop yelling at her. If you're gonna yell at anybody, yell at me.
I was yelling at you.
I was yelling at you.
Okay, well, I was ignoring you because you're a boy and you're dumb.
Oh my god. All right. For the two of you, I don't know what's going on, but you two are more likely to survive. There's more of us here to fight things.
Okay, I know. It's not... whatever. We're here. We're all gonna get guns or whatever. So let's just... Do we knock? Is he gonna shoot us if we knock? It says he's going to...
No,
on that
he's just
sign.
really crotchety. Don't worry.
I'm gonna knock on the door and say, "It's Johnny."
Wait, you know him too?
I do,
How do you know this guy?
because I'm fucking weird, freak, outcast guy. I don't know. Everybody weird knows this guy.
There is
I
no
didn't-
reply. But if you try the latch, the door is not locked.
Walk in.
Oh, be
Understood.
careful.
As you open the
Get-
door, you see that there is a single, there's kind of like a counter behind which there are a lot of guns, not locked up or anything. There is a single camping lantern lit on the counter. This room smells terrible. It is, wood paneling, piles of moldy magazines. Both.
Does it smell
both
different
gun
than it
magazines and like printed ones? Yeah, yes, look.
Did it smell different? Like bad? Like Johnny and I have been here before. Does it always smell this bad,
always
or is it a
smells like
new
this.
stink?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna ask, does it smell like dead?
Yeah,
No,
that's
it
what I
smells-
was.
I mean, it probably even does, but it smells the same musty way it always does. sort of open the door, a kind of a crotchety voice says, "Hey, close the doors. It's storming. You little
Oh my god.
Yeah, we noticed.
close
Yeah.
Shelly closes the door. We're sorry, sir.
You got a first aid kit in here.
it."
I got some gashes on from the rain. The fins.
Fins. The old man kind of turns around, and he's kind of just, he's cadaverous and sunken-eyed, and his hair is all kind of wiry and crazy. And he is currently holding a rifle. He kind of just looks and says, "Fins. Oh, it's one of those nights then, isn't it?"
You've seen these before?
I'm old, aren't I?
Well, like what nights? Has this happened here in Paradise before?
It only happens when there's something evil out there.
Yeah, well, that's why we're here. We need to protect ourselves from whatever the fuck is outside.
Mm-hmm.
You got something for that?
No, I can't turn you into a man. What's in here are only tools. Only as good as who uses them. You're a little boy. Look at you holding your guitar.
Okay, he's like a legal teen. So
A legal teen.
yeah, like he's not a boy. And by the way, Johnny, this is not a compliment, but
Are
like
you gonna
he's-
sell us some shotguns or not?
You want to buy shotguns and think that'll keep you safe?
Better than these, and I hold up the bloody, like, mic stand.
You've seen action. Well, maybe we'll
I've
make a
seen
man
more
of you
than-
after all.
I'll have.
It's not just men that are doing the dirty work here. We're also strong, independent women who need to protect ourselves from whatever evil's out there.
I'm gonna,
we
like,
need
look
your
at
help,
Shelly
sir.
and, like, could you, like, hold the feminism until we have the guns in our hands?
No. She cannot hold the feminism. We have to protect ourselves and our girlfriends.
Rat, you said something evil was here before. Earlier, there was a man made out of tentacles who attacked us in the coffee shop. And after that, there was the fish man. You seen anything like that around here? Can I roll for, like, I don't know, culture or something? I
think you don't need
or
a roll
manipulation?
Gun
If you
culture.
want to do a manipulate roll, you certainly could, but I don't think you need to do a roll to, like, reference that stuff. I think you know it pretty well. If you want to manipulate, but how are you manipulating it? Like, in what way are you trying to be manipulative? Are you being threatening? Are you being deceptive? Or are you just... I feel like you're just asking a question at this point.
I'm just asking the question, but
You could do an interpersonal skills there. I don't think you're putting any weirdness onto it there, I think. Or you can just ask and see what he'd say.
I'll do interpersonal skills.
Okay, yeah, you make a roll.
Maybe I'm
on
just
it.
like seem like authoritative.
Sure, yeah.
What would that even be? I'm gonna reroll. Wow, an 8. So interpersonally skilled.
Whatever you're sort of trying to do, he will answer your question, but you can tell that he looks down on all four of you, and he has a convenient reason to look down on Flick, Minnie, and Shelly because you're women, and he's looking down on Johnny because he's young, but he's looking down on all four of you because none of you are survivalists who live in a bunker. That is
Fair enough.
the main thing he thinks is bad about you.
Can I try
But
to...
in answer to Flick's question, as you're sort of asking him about stuff, he'll say, I've seen things you wouldn't believe. There's things in those marshes. I sold a gun to one of them once, you know.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Everyone deserves guns.
All right, well,
even
we're
a
everyone.
fish-faced creature.
Mm-hmm.
But I told him what I'm telling you. It won't make you any better. It won't make you any safer unless you have the nerve to really use it.
gonna like wave the bloody mic stand around. Like, what other proof do I need to give you, old man?
You wanted a shotgun.
I want whatever can kill fish the fastest.
Yeah, like the best one.
You want to kill fish the fastest.
The fish people out there.
I know what you mean.
Okay, well, you keep saying things like you don't know what we're talking about.
He kind of just glares at all of you and turns back. And goes behind his desk. A shotgun, that'll kill one, all right. You'll get 2 barrels out of it, but then you gotta reload, don't you? How fast do you think you can reload? When there's a slimy thing crawling over his friend's corpse.
As fast as I need to. Now hand over the fucking rifle.
Or whatever.
You want a shotgun or a rifle, boy?
Oh my God.
You don't even know what they're called, you do.
What do you recommend, sir?
For a little thing like you. He picks up like a Beretta, like, you know, very small kind of pistol.
Is that going to work?
Well, it won't knock you over when you pull the trigger.
Excuse me, when I was a junior camp counselor, I was the supervisor of the shooting range for many children.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
You've taught kids to shoot?
I've taught children how to shoot, hundreds.
My apologies, ma'am. He will sort of pull out a shotgun. Put it on the thing.
Minnie will say, "Oh my God, Shelly."
Oh my God.
Thank you, sir.
And for me?
He'll offer it. He won't offer like that hand. He'll probably just offer like a handgun to you. Not a tiny one, but like, you know, a pistol. And he'll sort of say, it's better to hit it with less power than miss with more. You understand?
I understand.
These are easier to use for a novice.
Right. Anyway, Flick wants to look around, and I'm assuming that there's like other things in the store other than guns. Are there like other survival things?
There's a lot of stuff in the store, and there probably are some other like survivalist stuff, but it really mostly is guns. There probably are actually a good selection of knives.
Yeah, I want to grab a knife, and then I want to grab if they have like lighter and like lighter fluid. I'd like to grab some lighter fluid.
Lighter and lighter fluid is gonna require one of these.
Cool. I already have a lighter. I just want to see if there's lighter fluid.
I've rolled a 1, so there is no lighter fluid.
Boo.
But if you guys are all starting to select some weapons, there is a massive crack in the storm out there. Everyone jumps, even him, as you hear this just like absolutely thunderous sky breaking. Yes, Minnie?
Can I have grabbed the Beretta? Or is it too late?
He kind of has the stuff more like behind the counter. He's not really like setting
Oh, okay. I
But
thought he art.
he probably took it back when Shelly, like, when he's like, oh, apologies, miss, he probably took it back. But if you want to have tried to grab it, I mean, if you gesture for it, that's probably the kind of thing he would have recommended for you as well. So you can gesture and he'll kind of let you look at it.
Okay, because I wanted to say, like, well, I'll take the little one.
Sure. Because I'm so petite. Because I can fit
I'm
into
so
dog
petite, I'm
clothes.
so small. And, like, yeah, the shotgun would kick me back. I would fall on my cute little tight ass.
Shelly?
I thought you were gonna say keister.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn this shotgun around pretty soon.
Okay, so. As he is pulling out some weapons to sell you, there is a sudden, massive crash in the sky. Speaking of which, Zane and Lauren, please roll on behalf of your figures once again. Your D13s.
Oh, God.
Did you do it?
13, baby.
Zane, no!
Maisie?
12.
Oh,
I know.
wow.
Zane,
Wow.
roll again, by the way.
Oh, absolutely, Daddy.
Interestingly,
Don't.
this horror surge will be a different one.
6.
Okay. All right.
Jeez.
7 tonight, my friends and neighbors. Here we go. As Maisie and Dracula are standing there, Dracula puts his hand on the stone man and watches Maisie, and he says, "For you, stone man, I risk my most precious possession. But I will show you the power of what I can do." And then he bares his fangs, and he sinks his teeth into stone. And Maisie attempts to resist this with all her power and might. But on a 13, Dracula draws blood from the stone.
Oh!
Ah!
That's the name of the show, folks.
And Maisie,
Roll credits.
and Maisie screams, and the sky breaks. And the stone man, feeling this piercing and feeling the blood, screams, "Oh man, I can feel it. I can feel it deep inside. Oh, it's a total eclipse of the heart. Drink me! Drink me now!" I need one more roll from the two of you.
Amazing. Oh my god!
No.
No!
You gotta be
No!
shitting me, dude.
Oh my god! Stop!
Did you?
No!
Yes! I wish I could pick up my computer.
We've gotten halfway around the clock in an hour. Like, in
This
an hour
is-
and a half.
This
What
is
did you
insane.
roll, Lauren?
Oh, thank fuck.
Okay.
Wow.
The 13 zoomies. I had to stand up. Like, I can't, like...
That was amazing. 2 in a row, baby.
I'm gonna knock over my fucking chair if we roll.
Alright.
That is a definitive answer.
Shall I roll again, though?
Please do roll again, because a horror surge here could be pretty massive.
3.
3. Okay. And as he does this, the stone man the stones begin to crumble and break. And as Dracula pulls back, wet blood on his mouth, a sneer of victory on his face, a man falls down.
Really said I'll make a man out of you.
The man in a leather jacket, sunglasses and long hair, a man who Medina once saw as Wendy Raven. And as he collapses, holding on to the wound in his neck, and just screaming, "I can feel the rain. Oh God, I can feel the rain. You're using my body just like a wound. Oh yeah!" With the blood of a dreadlord on his lips, Dracula turns with a sneer of power to Maisie and says, "I am master even here, even now, even of you." And he gestures to her, and Maisie goes flying back into the mists. The sky continues to open. Flick and Johnny and Shelly and Minnie, from within the little hovel, this strange wooden shack, gun shop, Crutch's guns and such. It sounds like the sky is opening, and you feel like you hear a scream in the air over you. You feel like you can hear something larger than anything just howling in anger above. Do any of you want to walk outside and see what is going on?
Flick absolutely will.
I no. Minnie will just say, "Oh my god, what is that?"
Nothing good.
Hugging Shelly.
All right. As Flick alone is going to walk out,
Yeah, Fable, the player, doesn't want to.
but you really think Flick
But
will.
Flick will.
Flick, you walk out.
I'm still under the awning, okay? I don't want any fucking fins slicing me up.
Understood. As you sort of try to look up, the rain is now pouring down, but the rain is intermixed with that purple, that sort of sickly sweet rain with this coppery aftertaste. The purple, it almost like hurts your lungs to even step in it, but as you try to peek out, go ahead and give me a sight roll, Flick.
Okay, that's my sight. Oh yeah, I have average eyes, obviously.
Average eyes. Average eyes.
I rolled a 5. I can't roll anything over a 10 or a 13.
You look out, but here's what we'll do, Flick. You are bold, and you look out to sort of see what you can see. But as you sort of put your head out, just the rain, it stings. It's like you're not permanently blinded, but you are like momentarily blinded by the pain. And as you sort of stumble back, you feel this iron vice of an old wizened hand just grab onto your arm and pull you back in and kind of like toss you into the room and then shut the door. And the old man, Radford Crutch, says, "You don't want to look at that. That's not for us to see."
Thanks, Radford. Wish you
How
would have
dare,
told us
Crutch.
sooner.
What is
Wait.
it?
Yeah, what's happening?
I don't know. But this isn't for us now. All we gotta do is just stand here, and he kind of goes to the window and looks out, and we shoot until we're out of ammo. This is
Seems
it.
like
John is going to start pushing furniture up against the door.
Sure.
Okay. Minnie
Hey.
will like squeeze Shelly's hand to like go push more things in front of the door.
Flies.
Are there windows? Like,
Yeah.
are the windows glass?
There are glass windows, and you can sort of look out of them, but all you see is rain, just like sheets of rain. It is
Okay.
surely,
Okay,
there is
should
a
we, like-
cracking noise in the air still?
Can I push, like, shelves in front of the windows?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
Shelves.
you guys are pushing furniture
Yeah.
and stuff. Well,
Yeah.
you're pushing it in front of the windows. Well, yeah, you can do that to some extent, but he's telling you to like, we're gonna need to like be at these windows, you know, sort of shooting out of them. So, yeah. So as you, yes, Minnie, are you saying something, Shelly?
Should we like board up the windows or and
Board
just
'em.
leave like little holes? Okay.
Leave
Do you have
position.
a hammer and like nails?
He just sort of gesturing around. You can see there are some nails and hammers around. One
Oh
of the
my God.
nails he gestures to is like gestures to a piece of furniture he built. So you know, he's an interesting guy. So in the graveyard, the rain falling, Dracula kind of laughing and looking up at the sky. He looks up. All we see is his face beholding, and he sees it and he begins to laugh. And the man on the ground is just Oh, also Dracula will wave a hand, and Johannes Gerstenkorn, like, falls off of whatever he's been trapped on. Dracula just, like, rescuing him from that. And Johannes Gerstenkorn just looks and kind of looks into the sky and looks back at Dracula and says, My master. And then he bows to kneels to Dracula. The stone man goes, Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're as good as your word. Dracula says, It was my pleasure. Rise. You will serve me now, Dreadlord. In return, I can free you of your own sadness. What is it that Maisie did to you that has tormented you so? What is it that you cannot enjoy? What is it that you cannot experience? How are you tormented here? Johannes Gerstenkorn would reply, Though I am a brewmaster and quite adept, and I know that I am capable of crafting very delicious beverages. When I drink of my own brews, I taste nothing. I can sense when something is on or off, how it should be, but I cannot perceive it. Dracula puts a hand on him and says, Your sense of taste, and thus your joy is now returned to you. My servant, Johannes. Drink, and he gestures to the man on the ground. Drink until you no longer love the taste. And Gerstenkorn looks. Yeah. Thank you. And he falls upon the former stone man, who screams his final scream of joy at a sensation, any sensation. And as his dying scream fills the night with the thunder rolling overhead, that is where we will end this session.
Oh my god.
What?
My friends, though this has been a possibility for a while, this has now confirmed something. I will now announce that we are in the final 13 of Blood from a Stone. There are only 5 sessions left. This story will be over. But, as I think I just saw Book and Dagger maybe mention out there, you're going to strictly vote dinner now. Well, all I'll say about that is that Maisie sure could use a friend in this moment. The balance of power in the multiverse just shifted in a rather major way. So those of you who do participate in the Dreamlands, one of the options, breakfast is an option to go to the Otenverse and see about, and breakfast is a potential thing to like help Dracula in the Otenverse where he might be walking into a trap. Lunch.
Can you describe it in a little more detail for people who
Understood.
may not?
Yes, we have a game on Mondays. It is called the Dreamlands, and they pick missions, and their games influence other games. Now, typically, this game has been sequestered, but they rolled so high last week, although after what happened tonight, this is all fated by everything. They rolled to attempt that one of their missions next week, the dinner mission, is they would go to the Dreadlands and potentially find an alliance with Maisie, because they believe that Maisie has an alliance, or they believe Dracula may have made an alliance with someone else. They're trying to balance things. It's a bold, dangerous plan, but now it might make a little more sense. Maisie might be much more inclined for a friend, because Dracula has beaten her on her own turf. And though she is by no means beaten, she has had 2 of her dreadlords have fallen out of her control. She is the dark powers of this realm. But now, she's not. Or it is contested. So, Zane, you rolled 2 13s on behalf of your boy Dracula. I like to think that oh, you know what? Here's how it will end. As Dracula watches that scream happen as Johannes Gerstenkorn feeds on the stone man Dracula. For this moment, can almost feel Everett's hand on him again.
Oh.
And he almost says, "Thank you, Everett, wherever you are."
Beautiful.
I love that the Prince of Death is like, oh, he's a little angel somewhere.
So,
My boy.
well, that, my friends, is a big deal. So, Blood from a Stone, and obviously, horror games will not be ending on Fridays. There won't be anything, but I was always thinking that 1313s might be a good time to end it, but I wasn't for sure, and I was thinking there would be a thing of this. Based on the 2 consecutive 13s that Zane was able to do, we moved things ahead and kind of confirmed a thing. The story's not over, of course. This story.
Tell us where we're gonna end, Philip.
We
What
will be ending. Yes, I was planning on having this be the session for this just because it's such a big deal. So, next week is what is next Friday?
160.
Next Friday is like October, I want to say.
4th? There's 3rd?
October 4th.
So
yeah.
October 4th is 165.
Uh-huh.
October 11th is 166. October 18th is 167. October 25th is 168. On Halloween night, we will be playing session 169 on a Thursday. We're pulling ourselves up one day because 169 on October 31st come on. So that is now probably going to be the end of the story one way or another. We'll see how Maisie fares, we'll see how it works. There's a lot of things still going on here, but the balance of this world has shifted rather considerably. So, wow.
Thanks, Zane.
Daddy Drac. Hell yeah.
Daddy Jackie.
So
Jackie.
with that, this session comes to a close. We do have other games. Join us for Sunday night for Here Be Dragons. Monday, as I was talking about, is a game where we influence stuff, and one of the options for voting this week is to... This Maisie thing is the dinner, and I think Book and Dagger, I think I noticed you were, like, voting all over the place, just trying to keep it balanced, because there's 3 options, and they're super close right now, but I think we're going to probably have a lot of people moving to the dinner vote now for the Maisie, for the big meal, because of tonight. But also they could still wind up going to the breakfast world. Who knows what they'll do. So that's on Monday. On Wednesday, it is my sincere hope that we are back at it with the deck of long lost things. So I think we should be back from that. Everyone's back in town and all that stuff. And then a week from tonight, 165 of Blood from a Stone. We are now in the final episodes of this story.
4 years?
3 years. We started in 2021.
Years. Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Yep.
That's
Pretty
crazy.
Well, go to our Discord to interact with us, our YouTube to watch old episodes, our wiki to see how, all of these games intersect, and I'm sure there's many things that will need to be added to the wiki after tonight, my goodness. Will the final episode be in costume? The player certainly could be. That's a hard one. In general, Halloween costumes, that could probably happen. That's a hard one for the specific stuff, because sometimes people are playing different characters and all around, but I'm sure there will be much pomp and circumstance around our Halloween.
We'll figure it out.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
So join us for that. And then, would we like to thank anyone in chat specifically?
Shout out to Galanorian Saber for gifting a tier 1 sub to Midnight Morticia. Good to see you again, Midnight Morticia.
Hello.
And just thanks for everybody being in the chat. This was a big one. A lot of action in there with all the 13s and the big moves. What a night. What a night for us all.
Being with us.
What
Wow.
a night for us all.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Guys, this was a lot. Thank you.
And we all contributed to our demise.
We did.
You did.
How fun.
Because
Well, it isn't
this-
the consequences of our own actions.
I don't know that the 7. Oh wait, I didn't add your last one onto my. I did on there, and we rolled it. I haven't added it here. Hold on. So Zane, you
Fine,
wound up
okay.
with. So Jeremy, you and Zane both rolled 3 tonight,
Wow.
and then Lauren and Fable, you both added 1. So we had 8 13s tonight.
How
What are the
many is the
odds?
most?
There was a game where one of the card games, because they happened so fast in the card game. We went all the way around the.
Oh, that's
of
right.
that.
I feel like that doesn't count.
That kind of shouldn't count because that one is designed to be this. But yeah, but this was, I mean, I would say
this one's up there, if not the most.
Of the 8, maybe 3 of them came from D13s. Maybe half of them came from D13s, which is still not like overwhelming odds. It's a 1 in 13 shot. It's less than 10% you roll one. The rest came from the 5% chance on a D20. But for that many tonight is pretty wild. So very fun.
Insane.
Well, thank you all for watching. We really appreciate you all being here. This was great fun. And goodbye. Rest in peace, Stoneman. I guess we won't hear the rest of those songs, Johnny Voltage.
Oh.
He got to feel again, though.
He did get to feel.
Got to feel.
Yeah. Just not what he wanted. All right. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been delightful. Until next time. Oh, wait. I'm so sorry. Does anybody want to plug anything they're up to? I know some people on this game sometimes do, sometimes don't. Understood. All right. Very good. Thank you all for watching. Until next time. Have a dreadful night.
Bags are packed, you're at the door, a taxi's on its way. There's nothing left to say, I'll give you back the ring. Don't look at me like that, you had to know it ends like this. Couldn't you feel it in my kiss? Not happily ever after anything, but don't give up. Not for 1 hour. The game's not over. You'll be fine. You'll find a way to up your power. What you're looking for is in another castle down the line. I feel like we've been running through somebody else's dreams. It isn't what it seems. I can't keep up this game. You're looking for someone to rule a kingdom by your side, but I'm nobody's bride. You need to know you're never gonna change.